Hi there, Mac. I'm here with my 30-second video for WyrmbergGames, and today I'm going to share with you the contents of a very exciting box that was sent to me by Asmodee. For those of you who don't know, I am a board games demonstrator for Asmodee. It's not the full-time job that I would like it to be, but it's the occasional weekend coming up to Christmas and the long weekend of the UK Games Expo in Birmingham. I signed up to do a gig in Milton Keynes Waterstones on the 22nd of November, and so they sent me a great big box full of stuff, including this lovely bright red tablecloth, which feels really great. Will hopefully wonderfully show off the games I'm demonstrating. And The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings Dobble. As an Asmodee games demonstrator, Dobble is the one that we're pushed to show off the most. A game that's done so well, it's actually outselling Monopoly now. Basically, you play like normal Dobble, where you have two cards, each with a bunch of different pictures in it, and you've got to be the fastest to spot the same picture on the two cards. In this case, it's the Goblin King. However, what makes this one a little bit different is it has a one ring card, which, as well as in the normal gameplay, if the question card happens to feature a ring on it, if you're the first to slam your hand on it saying, "My precious," you gain control of the ring, which is worth 3 points at the end of the game, which you add to the total cards you've collected. And don't worry if you don't know your Lord of the Rings that well, because it does come with a crib sheet of telling you who and what everything is, as well as instructions for 5 different variations on playing the game. Yeah, the backs of the cards are all Hobbit hole doors, and it all fits in a lovely tin. I also received Double Catan, which again has 5 different game variations to it. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know what makes Double Catan different to normal Double, except you have the big hexagonal shapes with some special cards such as these 3 score cards or number cards. I don't quite know what they do yet. 3 sets of the double cards in the 3 colours, a bunch of double cards in a neutral colour, and a bunch of docks. So I don't know how much of it is Double and how much of it is Catan and how the two blend together. Going on the floor like I do with everything I ever try and show off ever. Now it has a feel of Double Connect about it, but I'm sure once I've read the rules, I'll find out how different it is. Looks quite nice. I do like Catan, even though we don't play it very much anymore. It's kind of been played to death a bit. And in this super shiny box, we have Flip 7. It looks to be a press your luck card game. Basically, you've got to try and flip 7 cards without getting the same number twice. The cards themselves are quite well made. See how shiny they are. Very bright. You can clearly see what the numbers are, and there's no mistaking 9 for 6 the way the card is, and it also writes out the name with a number underneath. But it also comes with a bunch of action cards which can change how the game plays as well, gives you bonus points of various types, gives you extra lives, or forces people to flip more cards than they're prepared to. So it's a fun little push your luck game by the looks of things. And the rulebook comes with a QR code, so you can scan that and it'll get your mobile phone to tell you how to play the game. So I imagine it's pretty self-explanatory really. And there's another QR code in the app which allows you to have access to printable score sheets, videos, scoring, web app and more. So that's a nice little touch. My only complaint is it comes in these annoying cigarette packet type boxes which I always find get destroyed very quickly, and they're always a bit of a fiddle to try and get the cards back in again. And I'm not going to try and get the rules back in. So there we go, that's Flip 7. And then I got Star Wars Unlimited, the Intro Battle Hoth. Easy to learn, quick to play. Now I very, very deliberately avoided going down the Star Wars Unlimited rabbit hole, partially because I've got the Decipher customizable card game, which I think is the pinnacle of the Star Wars collectible cards, but also the Disney crap that they mix in with standard Star Wars really irritates me. But there should be a contained, but just the Battle of Hoth story, so there'll be nothing in here that'll piss me off. And it looks to be an introductory to a complete 2-player game for Star Wars Unlimited, so I can finally learn how to play it. I only have a few booster packs that I got free with some tabletop gaming magazines, which kind of encourage, come on, buy me, buy more, buy more. And I've been very good, I've held off, but absolutely over the moon to receive a copy of this, for demonstration purposes of course. But I'll be very interested to see how this compares to the Decipher 2-player introductory game for Hoth, which I also have from back in the day. And the cards in this one I'll definitely be sleeving before I start demonstrating it. And then finally I've got Wavelength, which starting yesterday I believe is Waterstones Game of the Month. So rush down to your local Waterstones and buy a copy right now. So what's inside the box? Inside the box you have a parking meter where you can change where these values are, hide them, and I think the other team have to try and guess where about on the scale something is. And the cards are all bundled up at the moment, but we've got Dictatorship, Democracy, underrated game, overrated game, nature versus nurture, and good versus bad. So they all look to be either this end of the scale or that end of the scale or somewhere in between type game. And the cards all slot in there. The parking meter itself slots in there, which I'll take out because I'll drop it. And then there's this tiny slot there. There's some things which my fingers are too big to fit in. Now, flip the box upside down. So I got an orange head, a pink head, and a pencil. Then you've got score trackers which slot in your score for your team. And the pencil, I'm guessing, goes there, possibly telling everybody whose turn it is. I don't know. Again, I've not read the rules yet. And the rules. In a nice slimline booklet, which kind of reminds me of the rules for Pictionary. Oh yeah, so it's basically a guessing game where the question master puts the scale where they think it should fit for the clue that they're going for. They hide it and then say the clue, and then everyone has to guess using the scale that they've got, like hot and cold. The example is given is coffee. So you think, oh, well, coffee's hot, but not the hottest thing going, so maybe about there. And at the end, after the thing, it's revealed, and whoa, I scored 4 points, sort of thing. So a fun little team party game. Possibly a sort of thing you want to get for Christmas. Nothing too taxing. And something you can have a go at the person who sets the marker into the completely wrong place if they don't get it right themselves. And you've got a pretty decent wodge of cards, which are all double-sided as well. So Nurture versus Nature has worthless and priceless on the back. Ineffective, effective versus bad superpower, good superpower, normal pet, exotic pet, inflexible, flexible, that sort of thing. So there's a whole bunch of variety on that. And of course the clue giver can think of anything they want. Movies that Godzilla would ruin, movies that Godzilla would improve. How would you set that scale? And what movie would you pick to be the one? That sort of nonsense. And like a lot of these Q&A things, you know, you don't have to know any answers because there's no right answer really. Well, there you go. It's a fun collection of things to get in the post. So if you're in Milton Keynes, Waterstones on the 22nd of November, come over and say hi. Otherwise, let me know which game I've just shown you you're interested in. You would be interested in seeing more of. Now, once I've learnt the rules, I could give you a proper unboxing for it. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTube things if you want. Until next time, see you later.